So now we are on to check the parts of Android Studio. In the last session, said the importance of VTX technology and Hexam. So what are all these technologies? So what are all these two technologies? Total virtualization technology, hardware accelerated execution manager. So what are them? Here you see, now the entire mobile development uses laptop or computers for development of mobile apps. Very simple. Mobile apps are developed by using computers. Still need computer to develop mobile apps. Okay. So what here we need is we need a computer with high memory. Why the laptops or computers which are used for developing mobile apps store memory? We have to answer. For computer software development, there is no need of using excessive memory because the software to be developed, actually the software which is going to be developed, a new software is used within the computer itself. Moreover, the developed software is also going to be run same computer environment. The newly developed software is also running under the computer. The software which is used for developing a software is also running within the same computer. So there is no need of using excess memories. Both software, the software used for development, so both running under same operating system, there is no need of using excessive memory. But in case of mobile app development, the software used for developing the app, that means Android Studio and the Java environment, both are running under Windows. But the developed software is to be run on a mobile. Here the software used for developing mobile app is running under Windows control. The developed software is to be run on a Android environment. So it is very easy to run the developed app on a mobile after the development. Okay. So what would the testers? Mobile app is to be checked out whether it is running properly or not. So how to carry out this? How to carry out this? Okay. Apart from the Android Studio used on computers, we need one more software, what I called emulator. We need another software, emulator, for mimicking the action of Android environment within the laptop for checking purposes. Very simple. Android today is used for designing and developing mobile apps within the Windows control. Emulator is used for checking the output of the mobile app, but the emulator has to run on Android environment. Not like in the case of computer software, emulator has to run under Android environment. Okay, so the emulator has to load the of the developed mobile app within the Android environment. So first the emulator must load the Android. While checking the output on the emulator software has loaded Android. Android within the same computer, same laptop. So the Android Studio is also running for designing and development. Also running with Android. So two operating systems, two platforms have to run under the same computer, which needs larger memory. Practically, it is not possible. So under that concept, the laptop has to support these two requirements for the running process, effective running process of mobile apps by using Android Studio. First one is Intel Virtualization Technology, VTX technology. Another one is AXM, Hardware Accelerator Execution Manager. This must be supported. So in case I said in case not supported, what is the solution for that? You have to use a device, a mobile with the help of data cable, or you have to use system image. So before going to use a mobile as the output viewing process, as an outputting device like emulator, is a mobile, I said. So these are all things we have. Whether it is image or emulator or a device with a data cable. So whatever the outputting mode is, a system image or emulator is used when the laptop is supporting ATX and AXM. The ADB, a versatile tool which connects the Android Studio environment with the outputting device. So that you can check the outputs. So these are all the points that we have seen, and we started to do a demo. Let's continue now. Okay, I'm continuing this now. So just I'm loading the Android Studio now. I'm loading out the Android Studio. It's being loaded. Here I stop the PowerPoint. Just a minute. So there you see on your screen, the Android Studio is being loaded. So it takes time. So I'm already loaded a project. The Android Studio is loading the project now. So the one is already loaded. Suppose the last session I told you what will happen. Started Studio for the first time. What will happen when I started the Android Studio? First time, what will happen? See this? When you are loading Android time, you will get a screen like this. You will get a screen like this. So there you see, there is a screen. Okay. There you may get a screen like this. The left side is, you see, the left side is not having anything. The left side is not having anything when you are loading the Android Studio on the first time, and the right side is having some options. Start a new Android Studio project or like that. Okay, so now you have to click start a new Android Studio project. So you know this here, after clicking the start a new Android Studio project, here there is a template. Templates are given. From the template, you have to select Edit activity and press next. Next, the next window that appears on the screen is configure your project window. So what it is, here you have to name your application, and this name, the name you are giving used to be going to sit on the Android menu. Okay, so here we are applying a name, and this name is the name of your app, developed app. Okay, and that is going to be sit on the Android menu. For example, here I am putting sample welcome, a sample welcome app. Then, so again I'm saying, when you are starting the Android Studio on the first time, the selected language is Kotlin. There you may say the selected language is Kotlin. You have to change it as Java. So when you are typing the name of the app, at the same time here is there is a package name called example sample welcome. So what about this? I discussed Dalvik runtime environment, DRE. Here the Android Studio is going to put each and everything, the things needed for your new project, new app is under this directory. So during the DRE process, the Android Studio uses the contents of this package directory. And the third one explains where projects are to be stored. So here by default, the document folder with username is selected as the default directory. Next thing I told you, here you have to select Java language. Okay. Then the important one, the SDK. What SDK that you are going to use for the development of your app? By default, up to the present, actually, as per the today process, today version, Android Studio selects Android 4.1. That means Jelly Bean version as the minimum SDK, because the devices up to Jelly Bean are today available. Okay. The mobile, actually the available devices, mobile devices are minimum supporting which one? Jelly Bean Android version. That means Android 4.1. So here you have to, either you have to select or the editor itself select by default. Okay, here you may change the version also. Suppose you would like to develop an Android app for the devices above 5. Here you may select Android, for example, 5. Even I said about the API, you see, API, application programming interface packages. I listed out the numbering of API when we did on versioning, Android versioning. So here for each version there is a API. Okay. So by default the 4.1 is selected. You just give finish. So you press the start new Android project and there you may select it. Which one? There you may select it. Which one? Empty activity. For the empty activity you have set the name of your application and the versions. Okay, so now after pressing the finish, the Android Studio now loads the projects with the default settings. So there you see on your screen, you see like .NET editor, Visual Studio .NET editor, the Android Studio is also having number of parts. Even here under the bottom portion of the editor, there is a message Gradle build that is being loaded. It's an important aspect within Android Studio. Okay, it's an important aspect within Android Studio, Gradle. So what a Gradles are? Gradle is a component. Gradle is a runtime component which prepares an app to run. So that must be loaded before going to develop an Android app. So when you are opening a new project, Android project, you have to wait for some time until the completion of Gradle. Okay. So now it's going to be loaded. So meanwhile, we'll discuss the parts. So the topmost part of the editor is what is that? Standard menu. So beneath that menu, there are shortcuts. Okay, you see the left side. There are several tabs: project manager and project, build variant, favorites, structures. So there are so many things. Okay, so when you are going to use this editor, you will become familiar. So by default on the right side, two files are opened up. One is the main activity.java, the Java part, and the activity main.xml. That activity main.xml is the designing file for this project. Okay, so even you see under the bottom portion, the Gradle is being downloaded from the website. So when you are opening a project, when you are creating a new project in Android, it is better to keep up the net connection to download Gradle. So for the successive opening of your project, there is no need of making connection with internet. Okay, for the first time, you have to put your net connection for the downloading process of Gradle. Okay. So by default, these two files are loaded, activity main.xml and main activity.java. There you may see some codes are there. There are some codes even given by the editor itself. So I already told you when we discussed about Java, I told you, even I said one word, code your needs. So what you need is you have to code it. No need to it's every statement as you did on your UG or in your previous semester. Okay, so already there are codings. Within this coding, we are going to do our needs. Suppose these are all closed out. You see, these are all closed out. These are all closed out. There is no main activity.java and there is no activity main. So where to find out, sir? Very simple. You go for the project. Okay, you go for the project. Under that, expand the app directory and then press SRC. Press SRC and then go for main Within that, there is a folder called what is that? Java. And there you may see the package name com.example.sample welcome. And that one was created during the creation of our app. So within that sample welcome, which file is there? Main activity.java file is there. You just double click, the main activity.java will come on the screen. Okay, sir, this is Java file. What about the designing file? Where there is a designing file exists? Go for resource directory. Under resource, check for layout directory. And within layout, you may find which one? Activity main.xml. So here, the activity main.xml file is there. It is being loaded. For the first time, it will take some timing to load, but we have to wait. Okay. So meanwhile, you will see there is a menu, window menu, okay, and tools menu, and maximum we are going to this menu, right? For the completion of loading, even Gradle building process, some more items here under tools menu. You may also check it out. Going on now. So you're using background task. So how to check it out there? Go to the portion. I have to go and bottom portion under the status bar. There you may see a Gradle build. See that? You just double click. You will get a window. There, there you may show what is going on. Even you may infer what is going on. So everything is to be downloaded now. Okay, everything is to be downloaded. So due to the climate take a timing. The time is there, no problem. So under this, so apart from the app, that means SRC and RES resource files, there are several files. So here you see, apart from the Java file and resource file, there's Bubble 24, the layout that we have seen. Okay. So what are all these? These are all the folders utilized by Android Studio for storing the graphic information, like icon of your app. You see, today we are having icons on the Android mobile. So when you are opening the Android menu, there you may see a lot of images, icons. In Android, okay. So in the Android terminology, the small pictures are known as what is that? Launches. So now the Gradle is being loaded and the indexing process is going on. You see under the bottom of the Android Studio screen, there you can see an indexing process. You just double click, you see, there is an indexing process going on. So after the completion of process, where screen. So wait for a while, we'll get the design. So it reached at the last stage. It shows. So now you see the screen. Now the design is loaded. Activity main.xml. Now there you got a design. This one is the Java file and this one is the designing file. So here you are getting the designing view of your XML file. So here you see there is a view. In computer programming, we are calling it as control, text view control, label control, button control. In our Android Studio, even in the mobile app development, we are calling each and everything as views. There are number of views that we are going to see. You may get the views from the palette tab. Under the Android Studio, you may get the view from the palette. So that is hidden in the left side, palette. So you see there are number of views. In computer programming, these are all called as controls, button control, text box control, label control, like that. So within Android programming, we have to say it as views. Okay. So by default, you see, let me just zoom it out. By default, with a text view, hello world. Okay, we may also get the corresponding XML tag. So in such a way, the Android Studio, even the entire field of mobile development, keeps the design as tag information. So now you see this. Now you see this. These are all the information regarding the text view that you are seeing on the design. Even you may put it into split mode. See, the text view information is like this. The layout width is wrap content, height is wrap content. The text to be put is hello world, and the where the control is to be placed. And what about the left side and what about the right side? So these informations regarding are kept as XML files. Okay, so it's the beginning screen, opening screen of which one? Android Studio. So with this here, with this design, we have to design the entire Android part, and we have to code by using Java. So in the next session, we'll run this app as such. Just you run this app as such by using emulator, and we'll do a little coding. Okay, so we'll do. So we will do that on next session. Here I will wind up this session. Thank you.